This has been big news in terms of how lightning fast DOGE has been really going through almost every area of the government and how important this is. And it's a really good wake-up call for you and for me to really be on this. Welcome to the Heartland Multifamily Show, the shorter, more profitable path to multifamily ownership and investing. Hey there, it's Darren Garman, and welcome to another episode of the Heartland Multifamily Show, the place for all things multifamily. And we are talking today about multifamily DOGE. DOGE stands for Department of Government Efficiency. This has been big news in terms of how lightning fast DOGE has been really going through almost every area of the government and how important this is. And it's a really good wake-up call for you and for me to really be on this. So far, based on the information that I've seen anyway, there have been billions and billions of dollars discovered that are being wasted. And so the mistake a lot of people make is, especially multifamily owners, is they think, hey, you know what? That kind of applies to the government with what they're doing. It applies to you too. Okay, so this is a wake-up call for us to start taking a look behind our curtains. Are we wasting money in some areas that maybe I'm not really aware of my multifamily business? It's not just a case, guys, of finding places where you can save money. A big part of this is time. So going through your own multifamily DOGE exercise is like crucial. And by the way, we should be doing this more often than we do. And this just doesn't apply to, multifamily. This applies to really everything, whether you're a business owner, you're not multifamily, whether you're an investor. This has got to be a big part of what we're doing, not just once in a while. Again, there's 70% of that has to do with waste. But then there's the 10 to 20% of fraud. Is there anything fraudulently going on in your business that you might not be aware of? If you're like me, you think you're probably pretty good at this, or you got people around you that are pretty good at spotting any kind of fraud. However, I'm going to share a story with you. We missed something, and it had been going on for a little while regarding some banking activity, and one of our property accounts started to pull extremely low on the balance in the account. Well, looking into it, what we found out was going on was there was somebody out there making counterfeit checks. They manufactured a fake check, and they were depositing these fake checks for amounts in the thousands of dollars. And so you look at our balance sheet and you look at our ledger, and you're like, all of these charges going out that were going in people's personal bank accounts. We found out about it. We got things reversed. End of the story turned out well, but it was something that we weren't aware of. That's just one example. And we could go over a lot of other smaller examples of where there might be some fraud going on with your operations, with what you're doing. Here's another example. Are you getting invoices from vendors that are really doing the work? Are they really doing what they say that they did or have accomplished? Right? So at least it starts the thought process of maybe we need to verify that. Maybe we need to check into that. Maybe we need to, maybe make sure that some of these things are going on. It really forces you to go to another level of making sure, A, you're not wasting anything, and B, there's no fraudulent things going on. And again, this applies to multifamily in pretty easy and applicable ways, as you can tell, but other businesses, right? But even in your own home, you've got a budget in your house, you're spending money on things, you got things going on here. Well, is there any waste going on there that you don't know about? I'll give you another quick example. Went through an exercise. This guy took me through an exercise. This was a few months back, and it was totally embarrassing. And the exercise was spotting all of the auto charges that you don't use anymore. I'm embarrassingly going to tell you, I had a ton that I wasn't using there were a couple, I didn't know what they were. There'd be a company name there, and the question was, what's that for? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. As a result of being pretty embarrassed by that, went through the process. Gina and I went through the process of checking on those things and eliminating a large chunk of those things that we either weren't using, okay, or we didn't know what they were for. Now, the good news is we didn't have any fraud, or we didn't find any fraud going on, at least as far as we knew, with anything on the personal side of things with us. But again, glad we did it. And should we have done it a long time ago? Of course. So, guys, you see where I'm going with this episode. No matter how you feel about DOGE and what's going on and their attempt in eliminating fraud and waste and returning billions of dollars back to the U.S. citizens, it should now at least give you the permission to start looking at this, A, in your own multifamily communities, if you're like me, a multifamily owner, operator, manager, okay. B, if you're a business owner, what areas within your business should you be thinking about and doing a deep DOGE dive into, making sure that there aren't some careless things going on that might be mostly probably unintentional, but some things that you never know could be intentional, okay? And then if you're an investor, I mean, this is something that you need to be expecting from the people that you have invested your money with, whether it's in a business, operation, or multifamily property, whatever it is. If you haven't at least had some communication with some of those key decision makers, you at least want to be having at least some communication of, hey guys, this DOGE thing going on, whether you like it or not, I sure hope we're doing similar kinds of things. I sure hope that we've got some of these things going on with our properties, businesses, etc. as well. Hopefully this DOGE episode of the Heartland Multifamily Show has provided some value to you, and appreciate you being on this episode with me, the place for all things multifamily. If you want to get your hands on more great multifamily real estate content, make sure you click here. If you want to invest passively in great multifamily real estate, make sure you click here.